Hey guys, welcome to episode 16 of my Let's Play series. Um, Last time we finished off with actually writing the main function for our mining turtle, and that's pretty much where we're going to leave that for now. There is some more that we can do, but we won't cover that until we actually need to. And I'm thinking specifically a way for it to drop the ores off and things like that. Now, the other thing that cropped up in some of the comments was, well, Q, how are you going to keep the chunks loaded? And I figured we could just as well cover that right now because that's going to be really easy. And then I've got a small amount of stuff that I can get going today. Let's clear this off. What we're going to start off with, we're going to make a disk drive. So we'll make a disk drive for our turtle. Actually, I just made that disk drive and I realised that I actually already have one somewhere. Where do I have my disk drive? There, I do have a disk drive. This disk drive is going to get used up though, so I just as well make it again. The other thing that we're going to need is, and this is the way that we can make it in the setup that we're currently using. Basically what you want to do, this is the cheapest one. I'm a firm believer that chunk loading is not something that should be balanced around. It's a limitation of the way that Minecraft's been programmed, and you know, this is just our way of getting around that. So a cheap recipe, or reasonably cheap recipe, is fine by me. So I'm going to use the cheapest recipe that we have available, the teleport tether from additional pipes. So now what we do is we're going to take that disk drive, which is still in there, take the disk drive and the teleport tether together, and that's going to give us a chunk loader module. Now the module we can craft together with our mining turtle and get a chunk loader mining turtle. And you'll notice that it's keeping our name, so it's keeping the label on the computer. So when I craft that, we can open this up and we should see that it has all its fuel intact, and it's got its programs intact as well, which is fantastic. So we haven't lost anything by that, and now this is going to chunk load for us. Now the area that it will chunk load is configurable in the config file, so you do need to drop down into the config file to set that up. Now, we have charcoal. Let me use charcoal for making torches. I think it defaults at a single chunk, which should be fine. Actually, it's dark, so let's sleep. It should be fine for what we need this one to do. There's not many instances where you would want a chunk loader loading more than the chunk it's in. I think any bugs that were there as far as crossing chunk boundaries has been resolved, so that shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to set this guy down and we'll get him setting up our tunnels for us. Now obviously he's not going to have an ender chest with him, so he's not going to be able to store the stuff for us, so we don't want to set him off doing too much in one go, because if we set him doing too much, then that's just going to end up causing us problems. And I can hear spiders. I guess we must be close to one of those spawners. So we'll set this up on a really short run. We'll make sure that we've got our single torch in slot 15 and a full stack in slot 16. So we're going to have 36 long tunnels on the side, and we'll go forward 12, which should be 2 lots. And he should keep himself loaded now. So that will leave us free to come up here and try and sort something. Well, it's going to be something temporary out with the storage. It's still very temporary, but we're kind of running out of space, and it would be nice to get ourselves a little bit more breathing room while we get the rest of the stuff set up. We have some barrels set up there. What have we got here? We've got a lot of coal, a lot of redstone, a lot of nickelite. I think straight away those will sort that chest out. This is a different matter though. There's all kinds of rubbish in there and all kinds of rubbish in there too. Okay. Rather than having loads of chests, I think what we'll do is... Where is all the iron I've got? Yes, have some iron in there. We can do that. That's going to give us a normal chest to iron chest upgrade. So let's grab a couple more planks. Hopefully we have some. And let's just grab 2 of these upgrades. 1, and they don't stack. 2. And now there was a crashing bug with this, and I really hope that that's not still the case. Hopefully we won't crash when I apply this, but if I do crash, or if you do crash when you do this, when you come back your chests will be as you expect them to be. But no, this is working, so we've just converted that to 2 double chests. Fantastic, and we'll be able to reuse those later on, so that's all good. Now over here I think we want 3 barrels to help clear that chest out, so let's use some of this redwood and let's take 3 slabs there, like so. We should be able to make our barrels with that. Perfect. And we'll throw them like so. Nice and easy. Brilliant. So that will definitely buy us a little bit of time. Now, as for what the plan of action for today is, well, we have that building, and as you can see, we are rapidly running out of storage space here. So that temporary fix will keep us going, and I think I'm going to take some of our oak logs with me, and we'll see if I can kind of try and prettify this up a little bit. Now I have got my jetpack, which I forgot. Now this, oh, we have a visitor. This turtle died on us. Obviously the server went down in the middle of a movement or something like that, and this turtle's just lost everything. I'm not going to worry about him too much right now. We do have 10 stacks of charcoal. I can quite easily set him up again. We've got plenty of gems now, so it's not something I'm overly worried about. If we were running short of resources, then maybe I would worry a little bit more. As you can see though, we're actually quite full on... that must be the loot from that zombie we just killed. Actually quite full on saplings as well, which makes me think I should maybe go and get another barrel for this. That's an awful lot of saplings, and we'll have to start dealing with those soon. So we're building up resources without anywhere in particular to put them. So let's try and tidy this up. Now I do kind of realise that I've maybe built the walls of this a little bit too high. But we'll see. Maybe we can have a nice big entrance. or in the end we can have a nice big entrance. Okay, now I really have no idea what I'm going to do here. Let's I'm going to build with the intention that we're going to have a bit of a frame door on the front, because I do like my frame doors, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't put one here. Okay, actually I always quite like the look of that facing that way. I don't know, someone's gonna say Q or Y, they ran the wrong way. But I quite like the look of that. Now that's a really big door, so, and it's actually probably a little bit too high. Maybe just go a 3x3 door. How's that? There we go, and that will keep the people that like everything odd happy. Okay. Now the door's going to be off centre for now, but all I can say to that is deal with it. It's not going to last for long. We will get it sorted out as soon as we get going with our red power stuff, which actually shouldn't be that long at all. Now you'll notice I managed to jump straight into crafting, and you can do that at any time by just pressing C, which is helpful. Okay, so we've at least now got some doors on here, even if they are off centre. Let's throw some torches on the outside, and that can kind of give us some idea of where the roof is going to be. Now, for now, actually that's almost big enough that the roof is going to be fine at that level. Okay, so let's see how I can do this. Of course, the logs go on the wrong way, so I'm just going to try and build something semi-reasonable. Oh, I'm so glad I have a jetpack for this. So we'll start the roof, and we're going to need an awful lot of logs for this, and I am using oak logs, so I don't actually have a huge number of them, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but luckily there's plenty of wood around that I can do that. With any luck, we may be able to just spend a bit of time bone meal and getting this sorted out. Now let's actually try and give you some kind of an idea of what this is going to look like. Oh. We can at least do that today. If I would just stop falling off, that might be helpful. And it's getting dark already, so I guess generally what you would want to do with a build like this is you'd want to just move your bed up here. So maybe that is something that I can take care of. So we are going to have a tree in the way, but I think the idea originally was that this tree was going to be part of the build almost. Okay, let's head on home, and we'll fly home with our jetpack just so that we don't get sniped by any roaming creepers. I could make a top entrance, couldn't I, in the roof? But the situation's just like that. Whoa. Okay. So, as you can see, I'm going to do a log roof because I think as wooden planks it's probably a little bit too plain. Windows, do I need windows in there? Maybe I could do windows. Windows I think is something that I can just add later on when I'm a little bit more certain of what's going inside. Okay, so that's someone's going to recognise this and say that's what I told you to do, and that is what you told me to do. Okay, so this will be the front. Give us a nice overhanging eave, if you like, and I can worry about the rest of the detailing later on. That's for sure. Actually, getting enough wood to finish this off is going to be a challenge as well, because this is quite a big building, and there's going to be a lot of logs needed. As you can see, I've just done 3 rows there, and I've already used a stack and a half of logs. And we do have trees in the way as well, so I need to kind of work out in my mind whether which trees are going to stay and which are going to go. I do like the idea of having trees as part of the building, but I'm not a designer. Okay, so that is looking a little less boxy, I hope. We will add some more detailing on it as we go, I think. For now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and actually maybe we can work on a path. A path might be an idea. Not that we're going to use a path that much, but we could do a path. And we'll sort out a barrel inside for all those saplings that we've got there, because that is a lot of saplings. And I do actually have a use for those later, so hopefully that will keep us going for a while, or at least give us a really good start on it. So let's grab... oh, I've got loads of fur. I need 7 logs and a slab. Here, another barrel. And this one, let's go up there. And I need to try and remember to keep on top of harvesting that, because once we get going with red power, we will want a lot of string, and that's what's going to give it to us. Actually, that's a good point. This has lost its saplings as well. Practically everything about that turtle has gone. Oh well. As I say, I think it paid for itself in its short life. Replacing it is actually really easy because they are too cheap. Okay, that's 18 stacks of saplings in there, and we have a fair amount of resources there, I guess. Not that much iron. But we do have our turtle downstairs, so let's see how our turtle is getting on and see if he's got any goodies for us. And as I said, I would like to try and get some kind of path going down from that main building, but I should probably wait until I know what buildings I'm going to have downstairs before I do that. It may just be ending up as that tree farm. I could end up turning the cool. He's done, and it doesn't look like he overflowed too much. It could end up just being a Thorncraft room, that building that we're in at the moment. That might be worthwhile trying to do. So yeah, I set this guy up so that what he'll do is dig the tunnels on the right hand side. As I said, I'd done the left hand side, but not the right hand side. Yes, use gravel. There we go. Yeah, this is one drawback, I guess, is this program is not gonna make the floor safe for you. You have to watch where you're looking. But actually, you know, I'm kind of okay with that, because I think it's far more preferable to have a three high tunnel than filling in the floor. I find too high tunnel is a bit claustrophobic, but you know, maybe that's just me. But we each have our own ways. If you want it too high, you can adjust the program accordingly, and then just do a place down with some cobble to fill in any holes. Okay, that's cool. So we'll actually just let this guy carry on. We'll do the same again, because that seemed to be just long enough where we're not losing any or many resources. He should have come up here, and I don't think we've left him long enough where we would actually lose or have our drops despawned. Maybe we did, I'm not sure. Okay, so with that done, he can carry on doing his thing. He's going to go down a couple of tunnels first that have already been done, but he'll fix the torches as he goes, and then he'll just dig the other two tunnels on this side. So it's only the right hand side he's really doing at the moment. Could say he's wasting a bit of fuel, quite a lot of fuel, but I'm too lazy to dig those tunnels myself. Okay, so I apologise for the shortness of this episode, but as some of you may be aware, I do have my son this weekend, and it's been a little bit more difficult than normal to find time to do any recording. So this is today's episode. Hopefully I've at least answered a couple of questions, particularly on how to keep your turtle chunk loaded, or a good way to keep a mining turtle chunk loaded, because the thing with the mining turtle is it's going to go over several different chunks in one time, and you don't want to have to keep relocating a chunk loader to do that, especially not when you can just make the turtle a chunk loader itself. These chests are now going to need a bit of a sort out, aren't they, because they're kind of separated all over the place. But there we go, guys. Once again, hopefully this next week things will start settling down and I can get back into a bit more of a stable rhythm, if you like, recording and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with hopefully some more interesting and varied builds. Goodbye.